I didn't decide. My dad decided for me. He thought it'd be a good idea for me to go and take the stage and make people laugh.
Your first comedian this evening, Mr. Martin Bowers. Give him a big round of applause there. There you go.
1, 2.
There you go.
Testing.
If I didn't know you and you come up to me and you said, "What do you do?" I'd say, "Oh, I'm a ground worker." Straight away, because that is what I do. It pays the bills. So that's my job. So it doesn't define who I am. But if they say, "Oh, what do you do?" and I say I'm a ground worker, 8 out of 10 is, "What's that?" And then I have to explain my shit job, and I hate explaining my shit job because that's what it's gone down to. Oh, it's a shit job. End of conversation.
Hi everyone, is everyone feeling okay? Yeah. I feel like I've been run over by a freight train. I've had a terrible cold, I feel like I've had a good kicking and I've got a hangover at the same time. So it's really dark in here tonight. Why is it so dark in here tonight?
To make it look like a club. Do you think it's working?
No.
I used to do dancing before I went to senior school, and then had to quit for obvious reasons, because it's an all-boys school. You know what I mean? You don't dance when you're at an all-boys school, do you? Unless you're a puff.
Now, is this overstepping the mark? I'm just trying to embrace my gayness.
When I watched my first comedy show, like live comedy stand-up show, I was like shocked, because I was like, fucking hell, they can get away with that.
Frank Sinatzi's the name, and I'm, of course, Das Leader of the Iraq Pack. Now,
It was like, nothing really was taboo. I didn't think that you could stand on stage and say loads of stuff that's in your head, and people would buy it. Do you know what I mean? People would be like, "Oh, that's really good." I used to think like I could only do it with my friends, my mates, people who knew me. You can do it anywhere to anyone. What's good about Gravesend? Can't think of a single thing to say this what's good about where I live. I live here because I can afford to live here. That is it. That is the only reason why I bought this place, because I can afford it. It's not out of choice, it's out of having to.
If they put on the telly adverts for something that cats would typically eat, it wouldn't go down well at all. Can you imagine it? Try new Whiskers, sparrow and onion flavour.
Open mic nights are tense, not like that. They're tense, not like that. You've got a small audience atmosphere, and then you've got this slightly bigger atmosphere, like always looming in the background, which is all the acts. And all the acts talk about is, oh, what gigs have you got coming up? What gigs have you just done? And it's just like, it's like two separate worlds in one room. It's really bizarre. When you're doing places like the Comedy Store, your average gig is like in its hundreds. So it's just totally different. The audience reaction's so much bigger, so the buzz is so much better. It's all about getting that buzz. It's quite addictive. When I'm in the kitchen making my mum laugh by taking the piss out of my dad's big ears, his sticky out bum, and the way he gets stressed over grated cheese and no biros, that's different to being on stage and trying to explain it to an audience who don't know my dad.
Every year I get the same sarcastic Christmas card from my mum and dad. Happy Christmas to a special son. Not very nice, is it? Not very funny, but I just thought I'd share some factual evidence with you. I'm trying to build up a conversation here, that's what we do.
If my mum's going to watch me perform, I want to be bloody good. Yeah. Because then I'd be like, oh,